Hi, my name is Sylvie. I am a certified health coach and yoga instructor, and today I have an active split stretching routine. If you know me at all, you already know that I strongly recommend you focus on passive stretching if you don't have your splits yet. That being said, once you have your splits or are close to getting it, active stretching is super useful to refine your form and get in the splits quicker. There comes a time where passive stretching doesn't work as well, and active stretching helps warm up those muscles and helps you get your splits with the least amount of discomfort possible. That's what I found. If you are close to having your splits, try today's routine. If you're not close to having your splits, you can still go through it because it will help increase your leg strength and it will help you develop some skills that will be useful for the splits. But I still recommend that you use some of my passive stretching routines. Now, you will most likely need some yoga blocks, so make sure you have these not too far. We're going to get started in your squat. You're going to do your yogi squat, and then we're going to move from squat to forward fold. Lift your butt high, feel the weight of your body towards the front of your feet, then lower back down in your squat. We're going to do that 5 times. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, and last time, 5. Next, you're going to do your standing splits on your left. So feel the weight of your body on your left foot and let your right leg lift as you fold over your left thigh. I love the standing splits to prepare for your regular splits. It just seems to stretch and warm up all the right muscles. In this case, you're not opening your hip. You're really just focusing on engaging your right glute and stretching that left hamstring. Now, you're going to bring your right foot back close to your left. You're lifting that right hip high. You're hiking your right hip. And then we're going to sit in your pistol squat. In this case, that's where you might find your yoga blocks useful. You can use them for support and then sit here. I still get major cramping in my quads when I do my pistol squat. Here, we're going to get back up if you sat down like I did. And again, lift that right leg and then back into your standing splits. Now we're going to do that 4 more times. That's 2, 3, 4, and then last time, 5. Now let's gently fold over your legs as you exhale. How did that feel? That one is still very challenging for me. I love it. With your forward bend, you really want to make sure that you're pressing your chest forward. Maybe you need to bend your knees slightly as you press your chest against your thighs. Exhale. Now, let's switch side. Standing splits on your right with your left leg lifted. Now, in your pistol squat, you're lowering that left foot. Slowly bring it through into your pistol squat. Major cramping here. Again. If you need to shake it out, shake it out. Now lift back up. That's your second time. 3. 4. Last time. Now we're going to get your half splits. Bring your right leg in front in your half splits, and you're gonna move from your half splits to your low lunge. So you can bend your right leg, move into your low lunge. In this case, make sure you're pressing your chest forward, you're lengthening your spine, and you're magnetizing your front foot with the back foot, keeping your legs very active. Now back to your half splits. 1, 2, back to your low lunge. That's 3. 4. And 5. Back to your half splits. This time you're going to try to lift your right leg using your hip flexor and quad strength again. The blocks are really helpful here to elevate your chest and make this exercise more doable. So use whatever level works best for you. You might be here, and then you lift 1, 2, 3. We're going to do that 5 times again. You can try a different level. 1, 2, 3. You may lower your blocks again. 1, 2, 3. 2 more times. 1, 2, 3. Stick your butt out, stretch that hamstring, and then lift for your last time. 1, 2, 3. Switch side. Now I'm sinking my hips forward, also making sure I'm keeping my chest open and high, and then into my half splits. That was 1. 2. 3. 4. Last time, 5. Again, we're going to lift that left leg. 1, 2, 3. Also, you're rounding your back when you lift your leg. That really helps. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 more times. 1, 2, 3. And last time. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to get in your splits using a lot of activation. That's to make sure you keep your legs nice and active while in your splits, and that's how you're going to be refining your form in the splits. You're going to start with your right leg in front in a pyramid pose. And you're going to lift your front toes, so you're on that right heel. Inhale, elongate your spine. And then exhale, bend into that front leg. Now you're going to place your left knee on the mat. And your left foot and your right foot are pulling towards one another. And you're keeping your pelvis facing forward. Your chest is nice and open. And now bend that right knee slightly as well, as you sink your pelvis lower, closer to the mat. Just let your body open as slowly as you need to. Maybe lift and lower that back knee. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Keep bringing your feet towards one another. Keep engaging your legs. And then see if you can lower into your splits. Use a block if you want and sit on your block. And then you can also move into your splits, maybe shift your hips from side to side, and maybe lift your back knee again. And make sure you're pulling that right hip back, and then lower back on the mat. Now, to come out of the splits, bring your hands down. Walk your back foot closer to the front foot. Now we're going to repeat that on your other side. Gonna get started with your pyramid pose with your left foot forward. And again, you're lifting your front toes, so you're on your heel. You're lifting your back heel as well. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Now you can lower your right knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, sink in the stretch. And we're going to lift and lower your right knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now see how much more opening you can gain in your splits. See how much further back you can bring your right knee. Keep magnetizing your feet towards one another, keeping your legs active. So maybe shift your weight from side to side in your splits. See how that feels? Trying to make sure you're keeping that left hip back. And maybe lifting your right knee again. And pulling your left foot back. Then lowering back down. Try to keep your chest nice and open. And then lift your back knee and bring your back foot closer to get out of your splits. This is a great quick routine to warm up into your splits. If you want to work deeper into your splits, you can use this routine some days and use a more passive routine other days. You can also use this routine and then get back in your splits in a more passive way to increase your flexibility even further. You could get back to your right side and then back down on the splits. And just make sure you stay here long enough to become more flexible in your splits. Sometimes I like to fold over my front leg and then I hang out here for maybe 30 seconds to a minute. And then stay here for a little bit longer, a few more breaths. Switch side. Back in the splits on the left. You can still use this and put a block if you're not on the mat yet. Just do those same drills, but sit on your block. Now, lifting the chest and breathing here a bit longer. And that's all. If you want more help reaching your flexibility goals, don't forget I have a full body transformation program that will take you from being completely inflexible, which is how I started when I was 43, to being able to do the splits, the standing splits, the wheel, and other more challenging postures that require flexibility. Again, thank you for stretching with me.